friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. Welcome back to my channel, or if you have not been here before, welcome in. And welcome to a new nail era that is very, very gay, as am I. Happy Pride. Already off the rails. Welcome. Okay. So today I am doing something that I have not done in a long time, and that is playing with makeup from Colourpop. Yes, I put in an order with Colourpop, and I got some stuff. So I have not ordered from the brand in, I think, 3 years. I think it was summer of 2019 was the last time I had an order on the Colourpop site. Now, it's possible that I picked up some small items from Ulta. So let's say between 2 and 3 years. I'm a bit of a grudge holder, both in personal ways and in makeup brand ways. So I have feelings and thoughts about Colourpop. Look, if you have been here before, you've heard a lot of those feelings, I think. And if you haven't, I might talk about it while I'm applying makeup. Who knows? Who knows how this is gonna go? But I have some feelings. But I also had some curiosity, and I felt like, because I talk about Colourpop in the new makeup bingo and hangover videos, I felt like I was talking about stuff that I don't actually know. And I haven't tried every makeup brand under the sun, that's for damn sure. But anyway, I just felt like, let's give them another try. Let's see. And so we're gonna apply some makeup, and I think maybe while I'm applying it, I'll give you some of my Colourpop feelings. We're gonna see how it goes. But you're not gonna get like the full haul today, but I know that we will be playing with the Limelight palette. This is the reason. I also have the Pretty Fresh concealer. I have their Freckle pen. I have a handful of lip products and a couple of Super Shocks. So the Limelight palette is going to be the focal point, but we may pull in some other things. And I'm also going to be building this face with some other products that will be in a different video. So you will see a finished look that's not going to be a full face of Colourpop, but you'll hear my thoughts along the way because I can't keep my mouth shut. If you like colorful makeup, if you like bitches with lots of opinions, or you just like cute fat babes, I hope you will subscribe, and let's jump into this revisiting Colourpop a few years later. Let's just jump right in with concealer because I'm very excited to try this, and I think that starting with the base a little bit first might be good for me. Anyway, so this is the Pretty Fresh concealer. I got it in light 50W. I've heard great things about this formula. I tried the original Colourpop concealer back in the day, and that was a no. This is the color. I have swatched it, but again, none of this has been on my face yet, so not sure about this color choice, but doing my best. I also have a clean Zoeva 146, my favorite concealer brush, and I put down my Wet n Wild primer that I love, but this was probably about half hour ago. I'm going to use this concealer like I like to use concealer, which is like as a spot base situation. So we're not going to use any other foundation or anything. The smell is not great, but you know, and by not great, I mean kind of like nail polish. Just me? I have to say, this looks nice. I feel like it blended out really nicely. The color, actually, really nice. Light 50W. Okay. I actually really like that color. I did a good job. Did a better job than I thought I did. And it feels nice. It looks, the texture of it on my skin looks like the way a lot of concealers that I like look, which means there is texture, but it's just, that's the way of life. I feel like it's maybe getting a little bit warmer on my skin as it's sitting down, oxidizing, you know, that stuff. But okay, we're gonna give this a tentative positive feeling. Like I said, I think it is oxidizing. We'll make it work. What I want to use before I forget, because a lot of times I will forget to do that, is their Freckle pen. So I got the Freckle pen in light brown, which I was really like, I like seeing how they have a variety of tones. I feel like there's at least 3 colors, I think. So I also like the concept of the pen format versus the little dip brush thing that I have. So I'm gonna do some just kind of in freckly spots, and then I might end up having to add them again after highlighter or blush and stuff. But again, I forget freckles a lot, but I really like them, so we're gonna do them now. Okay, instantly, I appreciate this format because like the tapping motion that I'm doing. So what I find when you have the like formula where you have a little brush dipped in liquid is you always have to tap them out because they will go on a little strong, and doing that and kind of like tapping and almost picking it up and like placing excess product in other spots makes it look more natural. But I personally think that these just look, I mean, I just slapped them on too. I was like just kind of having at it, and I'm like serious instant love with that. I'm impressed. So I will say the main star of this haul is the In the Limelight palette. This is a 9-pan palette that was released a while ago at this point in time. And I love lime and like chartreuse and yellows. And so I clowned myself and bought it. Now, in its very long journey to me in Mexico, the center shade shattered. So I did my best to collect it again. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the mattes first. I might I think I want to avoid the warmer tone matte, but I might use this darker brown and then the other mattes, and then we'll go in with shimmers and like, so, okay. So while I'm doing, let's talk about like my Colourpop feelings. So the last time that I really used Colourpop, like the times that I've used Colourpop, I have pretty hit or miss experiences. And in a lot of ways, I feel like it's not that I've had a lot of terrible experiences, but it's also not been a lot of makeup that's made me like super excited. There are the one-off things, and I will say a Colourpop color I think got me into my chartreuse olive, like a Colourpop Super Shock back in the day got me into this world. But I really quickly felt like as I got to know more indie makeup and, you know, mainstream, that for me, Colourpop just didn't compare. And so I'm using all of my like make it work well for me stuff. I'm using the NARS eye primer. I have my Fiorine Pixie epoxy. I have brushes from Refer, from Sonia G, from whoever, but I'm probably gonna use this big natural hair brush for a lot of the matte work. And then, yeah, so we're giving it the best shot. The thing that I found over time was that there was just a lot in my collection from Colourpop that felt meh. It just felt like it's fine. And the thing that I was noticing with myself is that shopping Colourpop was not a great thing for my like makeup goblin, because things are so affordable. I felt like there was a lot of overbuying and buying things that like I wasn't typically a fan of, but I was willing to give it a try because it's Colourpop. But in the end, I was filling my collection with stuff that wasn't exciting me. And I went through this cycle with Wet n Wild. So Colourpop is not the only brand that has been this kind of brand for me. I will say I like this first matte. It's nice. It's the color Miami. So it's not the lightest matte, but it's the more yellowy one. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Almost Famous just for the edges. It's definitely more of like a white pastel green, like a, I don't know. It's fine. Anyway, so I found that my shopping habits with Colourpop were just, they were not good for me. They were not. And because I felt like I was filling my collection with stuff that didn't really excite me, I also just I started really feeling like I just don't care. I don't think that they're, and okay, so to get into the kind of grudge feelings, I also felt like the way that they were proudly flaunting that they were like fast fashion of makeup, I thought was pretty fucked up, if I'm being honest. Like, I didn't particularly think that it was a like cool thing to do. I felt like it was really embracing the like least positive parts of the makeup space. And obviously it was working for them, it works for them, but I just wasn't enjoying the energy that they brought to the makeup buying space. And I still feel that way. I still feel off. Now, I also like the way After Party applied, but like, I knew I was clowning myself in buying this palette, but I do really wish they had gotten, like, give me a juicy, like, apple green matte, and then I think this would have been a lot more versatile. But like, I knew what I was doing, and one of the reasons why there's a part of me that like wants to like Colourpop is that their packaging, at least some of their packaging, is magnetic. So these are single eyeshadows for me, which is definitely a big like perk. I think I'm gonna go in with shimmers, and then we'll see if I want to deepen up with some of the mattes, or the darker brown matte. I might just keep it more of this wash of green. Very, like a sour apple. So anyway, I was feeling very iffy on the quality and kind of like the way this company was running their business. And then I also just felt like they were, for being such a big brand, for being a brand that has a lot of push or power in the makeup space, I felt like they were fucking it up in terms of representation, in terms of the whole Colourpop Me Black series situation thing. And so I just fell out of love with even the concept of buying from them. And I'm not gonna say that anything has changed much in the years, but you know, here I am giving them a try. Again, it's definitely a feeling of like, I don't know what I'm talking about, so let me see. I feel like there was something else. There was a point I was going towards that I forgot about. So I'm gonna just go in with a big, like with my brush under my eyes. Actually, I'm gonna grab a little bit more of Miami. I definitely think you can tell a difference under the eye without the primer, which is fine. I don't want to put under eye primer underneath there. But I find that to be an interesting comparison because I thought that the lighter green would like do this, but without the primer, I had to go in with the next step up. It's not deeper, it's just the next step up. But anyway, so that was kind of where some of these feelings stem from, where some of the grudge stemmed from. Star Power, which is the lightest shimmer going on the inner corner. And then the biggest part, I think, of why I really felt fine with like not buying from the brand is that all of my experiences were very much like, this is good for the money. This is fine for the money. And I understand that there is a privilege of saying this. I'm going in with the darkest shimmer. I understand that there is a privilege in saying this, but I just don't. Yeah, no, that's not really doing anything. Yeah, like, look. These are fine. They're fine. They're fine. But like, also, it's only fine on me, very uncooked chicken, and I feel like the market for this palette is just, I don't know. Like that's so this okay. This is what I'm talking about in terms of like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, is that center shimmer really pretty and bright? It is. It is. Is it anything special to my collection? It's not. It's a very like powdery shimmer, so it kind of struggled to attach to, or like, I think that's why it broke, because it doesn't feel like there's a lot of binder in there to me. But I think that's the other part, the other thing with Colourpop is that I felt like a lot of my purchasing experience ended with, it's fine. I have the glowing lip in La Cienega, and it seems like it melted in transport. So yeah, okay, we're gonna try. Also, I can't screw it back down, and I don't know if this has long for this world. All right, let's close this. That put on a lot of product. This color is way more pink on me than I thought it was gonna be on the site. Okay, I'm gonna keep this on for the time being. I also have a very dark lip. I might try that one out, but I think what I wanna do is keep going with the rest of the look and then, you know. So one of the things that I will say that I find is a product that feels like it's worth it if it's colors and formulas you're going to use, and if it's a format that you're going to use, are the Super Shocks. I picked up Frog, which I almost completely panned this. I remember, I think it was summer of 2019, or yeah, I think, was it summer of 2019? There was, or summer of 2020, summer of 2020? No, because 2020 was, or was it? Anyway, there was a summer in New York that was like boiling hot. I think it was summer of 2019. Anyway, whatever. And I remember I did countless looks where I used Frog just all over the eyes, and then I would do a bold lip and like highlighter on the face. It's just a really pretty sparkly shade, and on me, it like gives me the wet eye look without it being dewy. And it's like pinky toned, which makes me very happy. And then I also picked up Ritz. I have never owned Ritz. And I jammed my fingers in there when I first got it, and I didn't realize how creamy it was. It definitely feels creamier than Frog. I think they're the same formula, maybe they're not. And that is Ritz. And even though I am not a cream eyeshadow person, I do understand the power of these. I do. I was tempted to try to tap one of these on top, but I'm a little worried that they're either one is the wrong tone. So I think we're gonna stop here for now. And then I may come back and play with a Glitterily Obsessed, or I have gemstones. Basically, I'm gonna do the rest of my face. I'm gonna do some weird brows, and then we'll be back to wrap up my thoughts and maybe do, you'll see. Words are hard. Say it with me. But yeah, we're gonna stop here. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of other stuff, and then we'll be back. So this is my finished look. This is incorporating the different Colourpop items I've shown you, along with some complexion and some things that are also not filmed in any video. But I wanted to give you the finished face. I ended up reapplying the Luxe, or the glowing lip thing, because it did that gathering in my like mouth situation, and then I put the clear gloss that I picked up from Colourpop on top of it to kind of help. But that is kind of an instant sign of like, we're not sure if we're gonna use it. I'm gonna keep trying it, but I was not impressed with the way this was like gathering in the mouth lines very quickly. And you know, so I haven't tried everything in the haul. I'm gonna keep playing. Some of it might be in video, some of it might just be for, you know, looks that end up on Instagram or whatnot. But my first impression experience coming back to Colourpop is kind of what I was expecting, in that it's good for the money. But that was one of the reasons why I stayed away for a long time, is because I find that, so for me, makeup is a hobby, a hyperfixation, a creative expression. It's all of these things. So I spend money on makeup. I do. And I think that there are tons of great budget options across all different like things. There's all different options out there. And while I do understand Colourpop's popularity, I still don't in a lot of ways. And I find my experience with him has been very meh. And this just kind of confirms it. In terms of like what I've tried so far, I will say, I'm excited to have Frog back. I am excited to play with Ritz. I think that the concealer, it seems promising. The Freckle pen is kind of an instant banger. Like, just, it works really well. I added more on top at the end of things once I had my highlighter and blush on, because I felt like some of the freckles had been covered up by the intense Odin's Eye highlighter that I'm wearing today. So I'm excited for that. I will actually say, I forgot I had these. I got some gems from their Nightmare Before Christmas line, and I have to say these look really pretty. So I'm excited theoretically about these. I'm not sure I'm not sure about some of the other things I got, and I'm not sure about some of the stuff that I tried today. Like, the palette seems fine. I have a feeling that I'm going to hold on to the mattes and that the shimmers may end up going. But even the mattes, like, they were fine. They're nice, but it's not a palette that's gonna make a bunch of looks. It's not a palette with a lot of dimension or even texture differences or depth. And I was hoping that maybe it might impress me a little more than what I have had from Colourpop in the past. And like, this experience confirmed, this experience for me confirmed that for the most part, the things that I see that make me go, whatever, I don't get the hype, it looks like kind of mediocre, kind of one tone depth, one or two texture difference. Like, it confirmed that with my small sample collection, that I can trust that. I can trust that. And that, like, will I shop from Colourpop again in the future? Totally. But do I have any interest in them in general? It's just kind of a meh for me. And you know what? Confirming the feelings that I was feeling is a good thing. Totally fine. I am happy in the long run to play and experiment. And if y'all want me to talk about any specific product or include it in a look or something in the future, definitely leave it in a comment or let me know your experiences with Colourpop. Is there something that I am missing that like is life-changing for you? I'm open. I'm open to shopping more from them, but it'll be a while. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and you're not yet subscribed, I hope you will subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Feel free to share it out. Let me know, are you a makeup grudge holder? Do you have grudges that you'd like to talk about? You can also talk about those in the comments. Thank you so much to my patrons and my members. Y'all are seriously the best. And if you would like to join either one of those, I would love to have you, and they are linked in the description box. Most importantly, don't forget to take care of yourself better today than you did yesterday, because you are worth it. I am no singer. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, bye friends. Wait, I think I forgot to say this in the Colourpop video, so belated editing me popping in. Does the eyeshadow color look like it's faded to anybody else? In the time that I was applying all the dots and lashes, yes, lashes and everything else, I feel like the impact of the shadows is less, but I wonder if it's just because the liner colors are so intense, if it's doing that like thing, or if it actually faded. Because if it faded that quickly using multiple primers that I love and adore, well, noted. So definitely add those dots in the description box or in the comments, because I want to hear from other people.